Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for joining us again today. I've got a very short video demonstration that will show you how to SEO your blog on Weebly. Just before I do so, if you've never tried Weebly before and if you've considered it, or if you're already a user and you want a free trial version, then you can click the link in the description down below and that'll take you straight to that. So there are a couple of things which are kind of non-Weebly specific that I'll go through first with you that are to do with SEO and blogs. And to be honest with you, utilizing those things in Weebly is fairly straightforward. It's as simple as kind of editing the text really and adding some images. So this isn't going to be a sort of technical tutorial, so to speak. But the first thing that you need to consider when improving your blog's SEO is keywords. That'll be the main kind of driving factor there. So to do the research you need on keywords, it's not in Weebly. So you'd utilize, you can utilize a couple of platforms for that, but I'd go to Google search trends. Okay, so that's kind of, one of the main kind of players really when it comes to SEO and how to utilize web language for things like that. Okay, so if for example that you're looking for something to do with model making, we'll say for example, okay, so you can search for that term on model making, and see the popularity of that particular search ranked, or displayed over time. So I'm in the UK at the moment. If I go for worldwide, and then instead of the past 12 months, I go for 2004 to present, that shows me then that it's kind of, declined slowly over time and kind of sustained then as well. So it also shows the main countries where those kind of search trends have become more popular at the moment and where the interest is peaking currently. And then this is where it's kind of interesting for us especially, is these related queries here. Okay, so as you can see that you can scroll through these related queries as well. There's numerous pages of them, but basically if your blog is about model making, or if it is about whatever it is, whatever subject that you search for, what that you want to be associated with, then those are the terms that you need to weave into your blog. So that's the sort of artistry of creating something that's optimized for SEO, or how to rank it higher in Google or whatever it is that you're kind of looking for, is to sort of interlace it with these kind of key terms here. So the search engine will then read that and kind of recognize that it's popular terms associated with that main term that you've searched for, and that will improve your SEO. So you need to do keyword research in order to see what things are ranking. So you can also do this in a couple of ways with Google search trends. So that would be the kind of simplest way, is looking at model making and then seeing what's associated with it. So you'd obviously want to include the word model making a bunch of times in your blog, and then include these related queries with it as well, as many times as possible, interlaced through your writing. So maybe it's something that's not easy if you're a beginner, is to kind of include these terms. There's no real way, that's kind of English literature classes there, so that you'd need to kind of model your language around those things. So that's something that'll come better with you with time. The other way then is okay, so model making is kind of what it is at the moment, and you can see that that's a kind of average popularity for it. So is model production, for example, what's that looking like? And obviously you can see that as opposed to model making, the interest at least is peaking, it's increasing. So by maybe modifying the way that you're using the terms in your blog, and instead of saying model making, you could maybe change it for model production a couple of times. That would then give you a wider scope of audience and probably a more informed decision based on what's popular at that time. So that's the kind of research that you'd need to do, and you need to be creative with your keywords. And see what's ranking in popularity and make sure that you're using the highest ranked keywords and utilizing what's popular at the moment. You obviously need to keep your blog up to date, which is really important. It's similar to like a YouTube channel if you're coming from that kind of background, where if the blog goes dead or if the channel goes dead and you're not uploading it, updating stuff and keeping it regular, then it's going to get, not favored in the algorithm, or not favored in the SEO kind of optimization. So it's not, the search engine won't favor it because it thinks that it's dead and it's not relevant information. So more consistent blogging at a more regular interval would be highly recommended. Maybe try and even time in things to certain times of day, which you can also kind of do with this search trends is look at something in a 24-hour cycle, and you can identify when that search is being conducted worldwide. What time of day are people looking for that term the most, and try and put things out tactically. That would be a piece of advice as well. And images. So I've been doing a little bit of research before doing this tutorial, and it's known as well now that images and up-to-date images and blogs with images associated with them, a diverse collection of pictures, would probably get favored as well for SEO optimization. Okay, so that would be a brief overview of the things that you can do to your blog to improve it for SEO. And that concludes the tutorial. So if you've not tried Weebly yet and you want to start blogging, give it a go and click the link down below to do so for absolutely free. You can give us a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video and you want to see more content of this nature. And if you've got any suggestions for future videos or any questions or anything like that, leave them down below as comments. Thank you very much.